everybody.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Well, let's start the insanity.
That's right, I'm a spaz on the drums. Hello!
There you go.
It is the Weekly Yak. I'm Mac, along with Randy.
What's up?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too playing the air drums over there.
Yeah. It's a lot cooler if I have drums in front of me. Even though you may not think that. I make it a point to only see you when we're going to do the show, and I do not appreciate having to see you when I was eating my lunch today.
Yes, I walked in and then immediately lost my appetite.
Same. But yeah, I was we had a work day at school today, so no kids.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
It made no sense because if we were going to have a work day, it would make sense if it was next Monday because that's President's Day.
Yeah.
So all the kids were like, oh, it's President's Day Monday. I'm like, no.
That's
good guess, because that would make sense for you to be off on President's Day, but whatever. So, I mean, you remember from your teaching days, when you have a work day, you can be an adult and actually go out to lunch.
Yes.
And have, like an hour and stuff. So we went, I didn't realize that many people were coming because a couple of the guys at the other end were interns. So we allowed them
so gracious
to sit
of you.
at the adult table.
Are you not benevolent?
No. What? Oh, I thought you said. Sorry, I was thinking of malevolent. I'm like, what?
No, benevolent.
Yeah.
That's the good one.
I know, right? I was like, why would you say that? I'm not evil. I mean, well, yeah, I am, but not at that moment.
You were so nice and gracious.
Well, actually, I didn't invite him. Somebody else did. So I guess I had to go along with it.
Had to let him come.
Come.
Why must your mind?
That would have been because I hang around with you too much.
That's true. Well, apparently not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, only on the show.
Only on the show.
Just you're hanging around with you on the show. That's too much.
Yes. Because I feel like I haven't seen you outside of these
gray walls.
Yes.
Well, it's been the 20th was the last time we did a show. So
yeah, it's been a solid.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. I feel like we say that every time we
and and it's not just you. I mean, this show is just that way. I mean, when you feel the need, yeah, exactly.
Then you show up.
It's like a bowel movement.
Yes,
the show's like even though I do take more than one a month.
That's good. I would be recording like 4 podcasts a day.
Is that syncs up with your
regular?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm extremely regular.
The coffee and all that stuff.
So much coffee.
Well, did you? Man, I had all the stuff and I forgot immediately what I wanted to talk about. I didn't even write. I should have written it down,
bro.
There's too much. It's too much.
It's too much.
Well, I had a thing.
But I
don't know
about
talk
the
about
thing. Oh, but
no, it's annoying. Like you ever been in a drive-thru and somebody tries to walk it up to it and order food that way?
The most ratchet of situations I have seen it happen.
And then they usually turn them away. They're like, "You gotta have a car."
Mm-hmm. Just go inside, bro.
Yeah. Well, it was late, so it was and I'm like a bitch. So it was at Taco Bell like 2 weeks ago on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 11 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm in line, and then this guy goes, "Hold up, man, hold up." And he goes in front of me. I'm like, well, I already know they're not going to serve him. And they're like, you got to have a car. And he turns around. I'm like, please don't ask me to get in my car and drive you up. And for fuck's sake, he comes at me and he's like, hey man, roll down the window. I'm like, no. I was like waving him off. He's like, come on, man. And then I was like, no, man. And then I just pull up and he walks off and he calls me, oh, this scary ass man. I'm like, yeah, I'm.
Calls you the scary ass man?
I'm like, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. It's 11 o'clock in a dark parking lot. I'm not going to what do you want me to do? Hey, can you get my order for me? But I was like, how dare he? How dare this gentleman? That was so annoying. Because first it was like, but I got to, so at first I was scared. Because I was like, I don't like when people, I don't like confrontation anyway, even if it's not like bad. Like, I don't like going, I know you work for the Girl Scouts or whatever, or the Boy Scouts or whatever you work for. I don't like going past them when they're selling Girl Scout cookies because I don't want to like say no.
You just want to walk past and not.
I will go around to the other entrance if they are there, just because I don't want to deal with it. Well, I never have any cash, and I mean
they take card.
Really?
Most of them do.
Well, I still
nowadays.
I still don't.
This is 2019.
I know. I'm sorry.
Get into it. Buy some fucking cookies.
Okay, man. I don't need. Can you turn the gay back just a little? This is a manly show.
Can you turn the douche back a little?
I can't. I can turn it up if that helps.
I can turn the gay up quite a bit.
The gay and the douche.
The gay.
Man, that should be the name of the show.
The gay and the douche.
The gay and the douche.
I already have a really huge douche at home.
Oh, okay. That was the name on Parks and Rec. That was the name of their show.
It was
Ira and the douche.
Yes.
The douche. But he was really like, it was Nick Kroll was the,
yes.
And it turns out like at certain times he was very deep and like a decent guy.
It was just his personality on the air.
Yeah,
it was just a total
douche.
asshole.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, my feelings went from fear to then like, who the fuck is this guy to call me scary? Like he's the one walking around a parking lot trying to get in cars.
That's true.
You just can't find good, upstanding people in the parking lot of a Taco Bell
at 11
at
p.m.
11 on a Friday night. What's the world coming to?
Just can't do it.
No.
So, it's
yeah,
Valentine's week.
It is. Is it this? It's not this Friday. Oh, it is Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man.
No.
Were you with your husband today?
No.
Okay, I was going to say
I was with someone else.
Your side piece.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's not true.
It kind of is, but it's
oh
fine.
my god! Did we break a
breaking news?
Scandal?
Breaking news! that was something I was going to talk about later. We can get into it later. We can get into it now. It's whatever.
What? You're divorced?
No.
We can wait.
Okay.
Or what? That's not what you were going to say now?
I mean, I'm not divorced. I'm still married happily to my husband, and I am also dating someone.
Whoa! You're that thing. What's that called?
Polyamory.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. It's my first go around with
Well,
it.
so it's not polygamy. It's not polygamy.
No.
What's that? That's when you're married to more than one person.
That's when you're married to more than one person.
And that's illegal.
But it's illegal. That takes on more of an era of like one man being married to many women and like a sort of like concubine. Like I'm just like repopulating the earth.
Oh.
It strictly has like a religious kind of connotation
like
to it.
In Utah.
Yes, like a Mormon sort of thing. Yeah.
That show Big Love. You remember that show?
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway, that's it.
I mean, that's basically the thing. But polyamory
is
just being.
Is it that movie with the girl with the
dragon tattoo? Yes.
No, the one with the gold blonde hair and pigtails. That polyamory? No, it's Pollyanna. Sorry.
that was a reference completely
I was a stretch. I'm sorry. I have
no idea what
you don't know who Pollyanna is?
No.
Okay. Anyway, the only reason I know about polyamory was from True Life on MTV. There was one because I was like, "What the hell is this?" It's different than an open relationship. Is that different than an open relationship?
Yes.
There's so many things I don't know.
So many things.
I mean, about a lot of things, but there's so many things I don't know about this either.
You're also showing your age by making a True Life MTV reference.
What the heck? That was a cool show.
Was it True Life or The Real Life?
No, it was The Real World.
The Real World.
And it was True Life.
Got you.
True Life, I like the more scandalous ones.
Scandalous.
Like True Life, I'm addicted to sex, or True Life,
That's right.
I do heroin. I don't know.
It's like an A&E special. But
it was like
TV.
an intervention, yeah.
Yeah.
But they followed them around, and it also was one of those things where it made me feel like if they were bad people, it was like bad stuff happening. It made me feel not bad things happening to them, but if they had like, I'm an alcoholic, it made me feel better about myself. That's why I watch Cops, to feel better.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what? Where were you going?
So I have a boyfriend.
Man.
And I have a husband.
You're so greedy.
I know, I'm so greedy. My boyfriend also has a husband. So he is also married. Our husbands are completely aware of this. They are totally okay
but they're
with
not
it.
They don't have anyone else?
I mean, not currently.
But they could.
They could.
It's okay if they do.
Yes. It's just,
Good Lord.
Yeah,
See,
there's
that's
not
why,
really any
that's
jealousy.
why gayness is wrong. I'm
Wow.
just kidding. See what happens? There were all those like stupid redneck racist and conservative people are right. It's you guys
Yeah. We're the worst.
you're just like hypersexual,
Yes,
banging everything.
that's true. It's the truth.
So it must be nice to have 2 dates for Valentine's Day. I don't even have one.
Exactly.
Is that why you brought it up so you could rub it in my face?
No, literally it wasn't. And I was, and like, I was like, should I bring it up? Should I not? I don't know.
What? I mean,
I don't even know who listens to this podcast for real. So
For
like,
reals?
So like,
Well, I mean,
it's out
people
there now.
appreciate honesty. So I mean,
That's true.
I mean, I didn't ask about it. Randy just felt he
I was
wanted
being
to talk about it.
You're like, is it your side piece? I'm like,
I know.
"Oh,
I was joking, and then I'm like, and Randy's like, no, that's correct. So what else is going on?
So have you had any other Tinder?
Oh no, I got rid of that app.
Okay.
That was a lot of them are just fake. They're not real profiles. They're like,
like bots or like ads.
yeah. Where I mean, some of them are pretty convincing, and then after like exchanging messages for a while, then it'll just say, "Click here for my pics." And so I'm like,
God.
oh shit,
One of those.
yeah. So I'm like, well, oh well, but
Darn.
it's all right. At least I don't have to spend money on it.
This is true.
You have to spend. You have to get flowers for 2 people, or whatever gays do on Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Whatever the gays
do. What were you gonna ask? I'm sorry.
You
I'm
have
just
to pay-
hating. I'm sorry.
Do you have to pay for Tinder? Or
No.
is it
Well, you
it's-
can.
It's like a premium.
Yeah, like Tinder is like you have a limit. If you don't pay for it, you have limited swipes. So if you run out for the day, you have to wait like till the next day to start swiping again.
Okay.
And then you can have like there's like a super like.
Is that where you like swipe up?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I've never used Tinder. I don't even think I've ever seen somebody use
You
the
use
interface.
Grindr probably.
Correct. Grindr and Scruff.
Is that? Oh man, that sounds worse than Grindr.
It's a little more dirty oriented.
Is
if that's
it more
possible.
BDSM? Sounds like the grub
Sure.
scruff on the neck. And...
It's more like for quote unquote like scruffy guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you a scruffy guy?
Have you ever seen me?
I'm looking at you.
Like
What do you mean?
I mean more like facial hair and like hairy guys.
It's okay.
In theory,
They're more manly.
it
Right?
really is just like how many possible apps can I get to like get the quickest hookup. I mean, more or less, that's what the gays are focused on.
Gotcha.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. When it's funny because the heteros try to do that, but the gays got us beat.
It's because girls are smarter
Ah, okay.
and know better.
There you go.
Whereas, the only reason that straight men don't is because women won't,
There you go.
as it's been told to me.
All right.
What you got for me?
No, I fucking forgot. I can't believe it. I had all this stuff planned out, and I can't remember it. I mean, I have this, but I don't want to do this yet. Don't look at it.
Okay.
It's something I've written.
Oh, is it like, do I need to like set the ambiance and just...
No. It's not like that. It's comedy.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. I mean, the point of it was comedy.
And you wrote it?
Okay. All right. All right.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you, mean it.
One of the people at lunch today recognized you from your work at the Brazos Theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The improv.
Yeah.
They recognize you from that.
Oh, cool.
That voice.
Those
Pipes.
It was this one.
No, not that one.
Literally, I was at an event, a work event over the weekend, and I was with someone else, Melissa, who does improv because we work at the same place. And a lady walked up to her and said, "Can I have your autograph? Are you famous?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Don't you do improv?" And Melissa's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." And they like walked away, and I'm like, "Bitch, me too." You don't recognize me?
I like that she asked if she was famous, though. Like that's. Aren't you famous? Like,
Aren't you famous?
Oh, look, he's trying to get our attention.
Oh, he's so cute. Go away, puppy.
He's got his toy.
Oh,
He hates this thing unless he's just trying to get people to pay attention to him.
it'd be like that.
You're like that?
Yeah.
I really wish I could remember all this stuff. I really do. I'm really pissed because I was Maybe it'll come back to me after the break.
But
It's too early for a break, though.
I was so insulted because I was like, I'm right here and I do improv just as much as she does. But you don't recognize me. It's fine.
Well, maybe. You don't do it every time, do you?
I do it pretty often, unless there's like unless there's like a conflict, and I can't make that.
Did you watch the State of the Union address?
Fuck no.
Well, even though I don't like him, I still wanted to see what was going on.
I'll get the highlights on Twitter and Facebook.
That was a week ago.
Anyway.
It was last Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, forget that.
Yeah. Did you watch the State of the Union?
Half of it, because there's so many damn applause breaks, and I mean that happens in a lot of them anyway. It's not just his, but I don't know. There wasn't any real answers in there. There wasn't really any. I mean, it was the same. I mean, Buzz Aldrin was there. Oh, okay. He's crazy now.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah. He had like three surviving World War II veterans were there. That was kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
And that lady that got released from prison because of the
thing with Kim and Kanye.
Yeah, whatever that's called.
I forget her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the first one's released from that because she had like a small drug charge and all that. So
the one thing I will congratulate Kim Kardashian on doing.
Yeah, you're not a fan of Kim Kardashian?
I mean, okay. I used to despise her.
Okay.
And most of the Kardashians, and don't crucify me yet, people listening on the internet. The reason I didn't like her at the time in my naive brain was because I was of the mindset like, she thinks she's an entrepreneur and that she's famous. The only reason that she's famous is because she was best friends with Paris Hilton and had a sex tape with Ray J. Now, whether that's true or not, I realize now.
Well, those are both true.
Yeah, I mean, but like, but
if
she's
that's
also,
the reason for
that, maybe that was a part of her initial fame. But she has also she has her TV shows. She like has businesses that she runs consequently because of that platform.
That's true.
Regardless of how she got it, I'm more of the mindset now. Like, okay, you did what you did and you benefited from it the best way you can, and that's what all of us can hope to do. Really,
yeah.
Make the best of whatever our actions are. Regardless, use your feminine powers to get fame and money. Wiles. What did I say? Powers.
Yeah. No, that's good. Her womanly wiles.
Her womanly wiles. But I actively despise Kanye.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
He's so fucking stupid. That's it. He's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
He's like more narcissistic than you are.
That's
possible.
That's a hard.
That's a hard threshold to cross.
It's a hard thing to be.
Yeah,
and just like your music isn't nearly good enough for you to be this cocky.
It used to be better, but even then, it's not good enough to.
Like Gold Digger is a banger, but that was about it, bro.
Yeah. Paul McCartney, no, that's good.
Yeah, Paul McCartney.
We were talking about that before. We should have kept that for this.
Yes, we should have. But because you weren't ready when I got here,
I know.
We ended up talking about
this
the Beatles.
happens all the. I know. Yeah,
unprofessional.
I love the Beatles, though.
Who's your favorite Beatle?
Man, I don't know. I mean, John and Paul.
Does anybody ever say George or Ringo?
No.
It's always John or Paul.
Yeah.
Personally, I like the Scarab Beetle. I think it's like really cool and like Egyptian and
I like the Dung Beetle.
You look like a dung beetle.
I do. Anyway.
What did you have?
I don't know, damn it. Well, no,
You didn't write this shit down?
Well, I was thinking about it right before you got here, and then we talked about the Beatles, and I guess it just fell out of my head. I mean, I have stuff for the second half, but I had a good thing for the first one. I didn't want to do all the stuff in the first half because then the second would kind of peter out.
Dun, dun, dun.
But I guess we could probably, maybe we could just move on to this. Then, because I still remember what I want to do the second half, and then maybe that other thing will come back, and we'll just add it to the second.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna do something new. All right.
Okay.
We'll see how good it is. But I think we'll call it maybe stories ripped from the headlines.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll figure out something to call it. It's news.
Okay,
but not
related.
real news.
Oh, got you.
All right, so Here we go. Here's
that intro was so important, and then just silence.
Here's the news. Well, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I gotta feel it out. So
I believe in you. Feel it, baby.
All right. So the other day in Texas, here, a man was killed when his vape pen exploded. Did you hear about that?
No. Oh my gosh.
I know. This may have something to do with Philip Morris's new slogan: "Our cigarettes may kill you, but at least it will take longer than a vape pen exploding in your mouth."
Good job.
In Boston,
Okay.
the Patriots won the Super Bowl.
Fuck the Patriots, but
Yeah.
sure.
A group of Patriots fans started fighting during the team's championship parade. Why would you do that? It's your team. You should
would
be
think
happy.
so, yeah.
It just goes to show you that you don't have to be Irish to get drunk and fight shirtless at a parade.
That's true. That's correct. You just have to be trash.
Right. Presidential candidate Cory Booker, he announced he's running for
I
president.
saw that. I like him.
Yeah. Amongst like 100 other Democrats.
Yes.
Told the Breakfast Club radio show on Tuesday that he has a girlfriend, because that was one of the big things he was.
Because it might be the first single president.
Right.
if he was
Not
elected.
even, I mean, not just unmarried, but like no girlfriend. But he has a girlfriend. When reached for comment, former President Bill Clinton said, "Big deal. When I was running for president, I had 3." Because he cheated a lot and stuff.
Yeah, he did.
I think it makes it funnier if I explain these.
Yeah.
Why they're funny. The Washington Post reported that Elizabeth Warren identified herself as American Indian on her Texas bar registration card.
I saw that.
Yeah.
In the news.
Because she had that whole, Clinton. I've got him on the mind now.
The thing
Trump
with Trump and
said
the
it called her
blood test.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she wasn't. And then even back, whatever in the 70s, she put that on her Texas registration card. In other news, Rob Schneider identifies himself on Facebook as still relevant.
Wow, Rob
Take that, Rob Schneider.
That's not a name I've thought of in forever.
Yeah.
Because it makes it even funnier.
Right.
Wow, Rob Schneider.
And finally, we just did 5 here. NASA is preparing to launch a mission to test new technology designed to deflect life-threatening asteroids from crashing into the Earth.
Okay.
That's cool. Upon hearing this, Nicolas Cage signed on to star in the movie version and all 3 sequels.
I don't like him.
So if you couldn't tell, those were jokes.
Yes.
Those were not real. I mean, the first part was, but the rest wasn't.
Do you know what the best Weekend Update SNL fake headline was?
What?
The man who held the world record for doing the most drugs in his life died today. He was attacked by a pack of wolves he thought he saw.
Nice.
That was my favorite one as a kid.
Yeah. So that's kind of what these are. There's kind of like a Weekend Update joke, monologue jokes.
I like that.
So I'm gonna. First time I've ever written anything to put on the show. Normally it's just BS. So if you like those, or if you don't like them, I'm still gonna do them.
You should send some in if you have a funny one you want to send in.
Right?
That'd be great.
Nobody ever emails anything. And also, by the way, if you listen to this, can you please go on one of the iTunes or whatever and rate us? We have like 2 ratings.
And one of them was this week by a friend of mine.
We have 3 now.
Thank you, Christopher.
3. All right. So we need we need more because it can't even get an average because there's so few of them.
Because there's so few.
So I know people listen to this because I can see at least the ones on the website. I can see how many people. There's at least 40
subscribers.
No, I can see how many people click play.
Oh, gotcha.
Consistently, there's like 40.
Okay.
So shit. Please, you don't even have to write a review. Just go click 5 stars. That's all. That's it. That's all we need. All right. When we come back, we'll talk about some stuff I've been watching on TV, and then whatever
it eventually devolves into.
Yeah, whatever gay stuff you want to talk about.
Okay,
I guess.
sounds good. Asshole.
Well, no, all right. So we'll take a break and be right back.
You're listening to the Weekly Yak. Welcome back to the Weekly Yak with Mac.
But then they gave me a big tip, so after I gave them my big tip.
And Randy.
Why
And
are
Eric.
your shit so dusty?
I'm sorry.
It's the Weekly Yak.
I did clean yesterday just because I knew you were coming over.
That's so good of you.
I know, I try.
So responsible.
So I remember what I was going to talk about the first break. I was gonna update everybody on my
financial woes?
My financial sitch.
Okay,
if that's what people say. Situation sitch. Do people? Is that how you say it?
I mean, if it's 1998.
All right, you weren't even alive in '98.
Yes, I was.
When were you born?
92.
Okay, well, you were 6, so you were clearly up to date on all the slang and stuff. No, but I was going to, because I had some like a setback. So it's bad news. But I thought, like, I'm gonna talk about it, but I don't want it to bring everyone down. So I forgot this thing could do other stuff. This mixing board. So I'm gonna talk to you, but I'm gonna do it in a voice that.
You gonna do it in a funny voice?
Of course.
Is it gonna affect both of our voices or just yours? Just yours?
Just mine, man. Give me. Hold on.
Well,
this is my show. God damn it.
Well, fine, God. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you all about Squarespace and HelloFresh and Casper mattresses.
All right. Okay. So, I feel like if I talk like this, it should lessen the blow.
Yeah.
Blow.
Are you on The Masked Singer?
Yes.
Wait, did it change my voice too?
No, it's over here.
Oh, it's just like picking me up on yours.
Picking up on my. Well, I mean, if you hang on.
I'm back.
All right, we can both talk like this. Oh yeah. So, no puppy. Yeah, bingo, get out of here. I don't even know if anybody can understand what we're saying. So Uber screwed me over. I worked too much. I earned too much with Uber. It pushed me over the thing again. Oh no. Because that's what happened with summer school. I made $2,500 extra bucks, pushed me over. That's why I had to wait till February. And it sure doesn't feel a lot like you make a lot when you're doing Uber until they add it all up, right? Because you cash out and it's like $40, but then add it up since August, and it pushed me over, so now I have to wait till May. Well, damn. Well, damn. This is like Dave Seville and the Chipmunks. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You're right. You're very, had an epiphany, I guess. Oh, my fucking God. If the Chipmunks were X-rated. Which they are. They never wear pants. Oh, Lord. They don't. They just wear big, oversized sweatshirts. That's the sexiest look. Yes. It really is. Right. I mean, that's what... So feminine. That's what college girls wear, the big, long... Well, I guess they wear pants, though. Like leggings with a big... Right. But they might as well not even wearing pants. They're so tight. I know you're not looking. I mean, you look at girls and judge them, though, right? I mean, sometimes. I don't look at them and, sexualize them. Well, right. But I do. Not like a straight guy because they're terrible. The same way that you would look at a dude wearing an awkward outfit. That guy in the meme who's got the short, cut-off shorts. Is that a meme? Isn't it? That's me, asshole. Oh, sorry. I wear that every day. I couldn't tell if he said me or meme. It's a meme, and it's also me. No. You're talking too low, man. Come on. Come on! You want to sing a song this way? You want to sing the Chipmunk song? Christmas, Christmas time is here. Time for toys and time for cheer. I don't remember the rest. Me either. Which sucks because I used to love that shit when I was a kid. How do I not remember? It sounds funnier cussing like this. It doesn't sound as bad. Like it's okay. Yeah. Like if you had this voice and you cussed on TV, I don't think they'd bleep it. Maybe not. Especially if it was like Comedy Central. Maybe not. You're so not inquisitive. I don't know what the word is. That didn't sound good. Just realizations. Yes. Oh my god. Is that funny? He likes that. I like that, Daddy. Okay. See, what do well, whatever. Your voice is going to go back to normal in a second, and I'm going to lose it because of the juxtaposition. I imagine now, just because I'm looking at you talking, and this is the voice I'm hearing, right? And not your voice. Try to go lower. And it's just going to freak me out when it goes back to normal. Well, I can, can I prepare you for that? Is it going to... it's just gonna be the way it is. Okay. I'm not gonna scream or be scared. It's gonna be like, oh man. Anything else you want to say this way, or should we go back to regular programming? Let's go back to normal. You sure? This is hella fun. It is hella fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, you good? Hold on to your microphone. Alright, here we go. Okay.
We're back.
Okay. Oh, that was so weird. I loved it.
But wasn't it fun?
It was.
It sure was fun.
That was like, that's such an... I didn't think that would be as much fun as it was, but oh my gosh. I feel like a 12-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
great.
I remember the first time we got this board and we were playing. The whole episode was just playing with all the different stuff. The other one I like is this is the one I used to be obnoxious. I mean, I'm pretty obnoxious anyway, but where is it? I think it's... Isn't this good radio? Just me looking at something?
Dun, 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 dun,
Is it
dun,
7?
dun,
Hold
dun.
on. 7? Let's see.
In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about Ball and Branch sheets.
Alright. No, not that.
That's the same one. I know. He knows. Ball and Branch sheets. That's BOLL and Branch sheets.
Is it this one? Yes.
It's just an echo.
This one, yeah. What's that?
Huh? I'm not
Well,
echoing.
that's because you yelled really loud and it got on my mic.
Oh my.
Get it off my mic. I don't even remember all the other ones. Let's see.
This is just an experiment in soundboarding.
What's check.
Wow. Wow.
Right,
Wow.
right,
Wow.
right,
Wow.
right,
Wow.
right,
Wow. I'm just saying it.
What is this one? I don't know what that doesn't sound like. This is chorus. Does it sound like more than one of me?
Not particularly.
All right. What is this? Whoa.
Ooh.
That's if you're drunk or high or had an 8-ball. Right?
That's messing with
Are
my
you
brain.
trippy? Is this trippy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like when I did ecstasy that one time.
That one time? You did it more than once.
Well, I mean, I only did it once the other week.
Uh-huh. What does that sound like?
It sounds like,
your ears are stopped up.
it's like shifting back and forth between the headphones, the left and the right.
Is it?
That's so weird. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. That's the one that's really annoying.
Yes, it is.
What about this one? That's more gated.
Gated.
Yes. Whoa. That's like the voice of God.
What would be your declaration as God right now with that effect? That you need everyone to know. What would you say?
Kanye West sucks.
There you go. I agree.
I think that's it. Yeah, we already did that one. Gated. Oh, that one actually is called gated. Nice. Alright. Whoa.
It's like you're a giant.
That's trippy.
I think that's what Christian Bale used to voice Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough.
There you go.
Insane.
Needed something to fill up the time. Good job.
I did. Yeah, we were running short, so I did that. Let's do. Okay, so been watching stuff on Netflix.
Okay.
Have you seen Fire?
Oh, about the festival. I have not, but I've heard some people talk about it on podcasts. Like not about the program, but about the festival itself.
Hang on, something's up. Talk louder.
La 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 la.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they actually went.
Like they read reports and like news articles about it and talked and spoke about it. This was like right before the documentaries on Hulu and Netflix came out.
It's really good. Do you know about it? Like, do you know what happened?
I'm more or less.
Can I talk about it, or
Please,
is that a spoiler?
please do. It's
Okay.
not going to spoiler.
Because so this douchey guy, and I know douche.
Yes, you do.
All right. Billy McFarland, I think is his name. So he wanted to make, like the new Coachella, I guess.
Yeah.
The new Woodstock or whatever. So he's like really good at. He's a good salesman. He's good at getting people to just give money. So they got all this together and they just kept advertising it. And they had it was good. It was going to be on an island. It was going to be this exclusive music festival on this private island. The one that Pablo. No, wait, not Pablo Sandoval. I get this. There's a baseball player named Pablo Sandoval. Pablo. What's the other guy? Who's the drug lord? Pablo Escobar. And like on his island, like that he owned, that was one of the selling points. And then they had this marketing team come down and they made this promotional video, and it made it look amazing. So they had models, and it was in like the crystal clear water and all this stuff, and yachts, and all that. And so they put that out, and people were like, "Oh my God, yes!" And then they had all the models put out, hashtag Fire Festival or whatever, and that got everything going. Then they launched the website, and people were just like signing up, buying tickets. They showed the website where it would say, a villa, like that's where you would stay, and it was like by the water and all this. And there was no pictures. People were just buying it, and like it was like 6 months before, and they hadn't started building anything. They had like they did this orange tile thing like on Instagram where the whole square is just orange, and then. So, I mean, it was selling out, and like, they're like, we don't have anything like that island. So the island they're on, they said they owned it or whatever, but they didn't. And they kept saying Pablo Escobar, it used to be his island. So then they kicked him off the island because they're like, look, we don't want to be associated with him anymore. He doesn't own it. We don't. So then they lost the island.
Oh shit!
Which was going to be hard enough anyway because there was no infrastructure, there was no roads, there was no. So like, how are you going to get these trucks and everything in to build the stuff, the stage and everything? So then they go to this other island. I forget where. I mean, it's nearby, but it's just like a tourist place. Like there's the Sandals, so it's not really exclusive because it's like where regular people go when they're going on vacation. So they're going to build all this like right next to the Sandals resort. They haven't told anybody else about it. I mean, it's like it's less than 6 months away, and like they're running out of money, and like there's just no. I don't know how they got as far as they did. Nobody could get any clear answers out of the Billy McFarland guy. His like manager was not his manager. I don't know who he was, but he was gay. He was gay. Of course. And there was one scene. He asked these people to do a lot. I mean, like, I don't know how he got people to follow him and be so loyal to him when, like, there was nothing tangible that they could say, well, it was just all this talk. Like, he's just a really good salesman, I guess. And, so they're trying to get, and Ja Rule was involved. Him and Billy McFarland were like.
Ja Rule.
Yeah,
wow.
That was like his partner in this. And he just knew how to spin it and never, let on that. There was, he just had to keep getting money. And so anyway, there's not, the transportation's a big mess because, there's not like a bunch of flights to this little island.
Yeah.
Then they have to, then they want, I forget what kind of water, but it was like purified water, like this, not Dasani. It was some, whatever, like rich people
Like
bottled
Fiji
waters.
water or something.
Yeah. And so they needed that. They were using, they ended up using like hurricane relief tents for the people to stay in.
Okay.
And they just had mattresses thrown in there and stuff. And they wouldn't, so they had that water imported, and it was like in a big, 18-wheel trucks. And they wouldn't release it because all these workers that were on that island that had been working and helped building this, they hadn't paid them. Like they're working around the clock.
Shit.
Like there's no money, they put all the money in making it, but there was no money to pay. So they said, we need whatever the amount was. He's like, we need all this money that these workers are owed, or I'm not releasing this truck of water. Even though that didn't sound like much. I mean, it's just a truck of water, but he asked his manager or his friend or whoever this guy is, his business partner. He really asked him to go suck the guy's dick to get it released, and the guy was gonna go do it.
That's the only still I've seen is walk in there fully prepared to suck his dick.
I mean, he's like, I went home and I brushed and I did all, and I'm like, oh my God, why would you ask your friend? That's a terrible thing to ask somebody to go do, and it's your fault that most of the stuff, I'm like, man, when the people find out that he's just like, I don't know how he's getting more money, what he's saying, he's not. I guess he's just spinning the idea that it's going to be great. I need more money, and and then of course, like the people get there, and then they're asking like the bus drivers, like all these questions, and he's like, they're like, that's not what. Wait till you see where I'm taking you, because it's not.
Yeah, and
then people ran. I mean, as soon as they were standing in line, nobody knew what they're standing in line for. They would they had to it was like a natural disaster where people were running for shelter.
Oh my gosh.
People were sabotaging other tents so nobody could be next to them. They were taking the mattresses out, and it had rained the day before, so everything was soaking wet.
Oh fuck.
It was I'm such a terrible person because I love when people fail, especially when a piece of crap fails.
Yes.
I mean, it's not, and so I can't believe that I didn't hear about this, or I just didn't pay attention, because even it was on Conan, they were making fun of it. I didn't know about it. And so he gets in trouble, he's defrauding investors, he basically stole all this money from everybody.
Exactly.
All the people that bought tickets. There was no, I think Blink 182 was going to be there, but they had seen the stage and they had seen that it was not going to work.
Yes.
And they all pulled out and everything. Which I never do, but
you'd have to get it in the first place to pull out.
You're right. I'm so lonely.
Hashtag no date for Valentine's Day.
Right. So he got off pretty easy considering what he did, and then he starts this other scam again. Like he gets out
another one.
Yeah, he goes back and he gets this other guy, because they say you're not allowed to be, a CEO on the board of directors of any other company. Like that's taken away because of what he did to everybody.
Wow.
So he got this other guy to start emailing people from that same email list from Fire Festival, like VIP tickets to Lady Gaga, or all these tickets that Coachella tickets that haven't been released yet. It was all fake. It was all a scam. I'm
just doing it to get money.
What a fucking asshole. And he's just doing it again. Just does it again. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't, and because one of the guys that was being interviewed for the Fire Festival was the same one getting all these emails. And he's like, I guess it's just, they had my email from that other email list. And so, I mean, I'm sure some people probably did pay it, but I'm like, man, how ballsy is that? You just got arrested and in trouble with the FBI for one scam, and then you're not even, your trial's not even over, and you're already having some other guy I'm
wow.
like, geez. It's really good, though.
Fire Festival, I will go home and watch it.
It's just called Fire.
Oh, Fire.
F-Y-R-E.
F-Y-R-E.
Yeah. And it's just, man, it's very satisfying, because these people are so, and it even has to do, have you that profile on Instagram, Fuck Jerry?
I heard about all that too.
Yeah,
yes.
That was, because that's a big deal now, because apparently they're stealing jokes from a lot of comedians, but they were involved in the marketing of that Fire Festival.
That's right. I did
all
hear
this
about
is
that too.
Intertwined.
Philip DeFranco told me about it the other day.
Who's that?
He's like a news YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's weird because I know that it happened like a couple years ago, but then I saw the documentary, and now like a lot of comedians I follow are putting that on theirs, like unfollow fuck Jerry, hashtag fuck But I don't know, like that's interesting to me because I mean he's probably whoever the guys on that whoever account that is,
The team behind Fuck Jerry.
the team, they probably are doing that, but it's really hard to credit memes.
Yes, and I remember them saying something about that because they were like, you know, we started this account in 2012. Meme culture was just starting,
Right.
and there was no really clear-cut way of like how to credit this new medium.
But
Because that's pretty much what memes have become now.
right. But meme jokes aren't like a stand-up comedian's jokes. They're not.
I mean, they are when they're stolen from a stand-up comedian.
I guess so. You take the joke and put it with the visual of the meme.
Exactly.
And then, okay. Yeah, so I mean, I guess they're doing, I mean, a comedian knows his own joke.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they hear it, then it's, you know. But, I mean, that's what Carlos Mencia got in trouble for. Did you hear about that?
Fuck Carlos Mencia. So,
Well, no, he sucks anyway, but
Yeah.
he still jokes. Joe Rogan called him out on that. I mean, people said Robin Williams used to steal jokes. Like,
really?
yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, Robin Williams was his own thing entire. I mean, he was like, I mean, he was a great actor and like, you
Yeah.
know, so I'm not trying to give him a free pass or anything, but, I mean, they say Dane Cook, I mean, as douchey as he is.
That's not a surprise. at
Yeah,
all.
that he steals jokes. But it's like, this kind of I like the evolution of this whole story. Now it's into this, but it like sometimes you can say something. I mean, there's only two people can have similar reactions to the same event.
Yes.
And you could think of something funny, and you know, but so there's that. But then also sometimes maybe you hear something. You know, I've heard something, and I'm like, was that me? Like, who said that? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where it's like an honest mistake. And I've even heard comedians talk about, you know, they'll do a joke or say something funny, and they're like, oh shit, that was so and so said that.
Whoops.
Like, you know, so that's okay, but it's like, you know, I'm sure, I don't know how Instagram monetizes, you know, I like how, I mean, they're making money off this account because of how popular it is.
Yeah. I'm not, now that you say that, I'm not really sure either because they're not selling like ad space
Right.
via their Instagram.
But is it just
Unless
click
they have
or likes? Is it based on?
Maybe?
'Cause-
I mean,
Because I know YouTube does it with subscribers.
and your amount of views, and you
yeah.
have sponsors that pay you
They roll the ads
before
in the
your
video.
Yeah, but it's not the same for Instagram. That's a good question. That's going to be my homework assignment. How does Instagram monetize content?
Right. Because they wouldn't be doing that. And I mean, they do have like 8 million followers. I mean, they have
Yes.
a big, I know it's gone down. I think it's gone down like 1 million since this, these comedians have been asking people to unfollow
Good.
them. Yeah,
You steal your shit, you don't deserve that shit.
right. Because I mean, as bad as these jokes were that I did, I wrote them all myself.
We could tell.
I did say, right. Clearly, I didn't steal these from anybody that's talented.
I thought the Rob Schneider one was great.
Well, thanks.
You're
I couldn't figure out. I needed a has been celebrity, and
Who was
I
going to
was
be the
hoping
next on
that
the
was.
list?
Well, I don't know. Like I just went.
Adam Sandler.
Well, Adam Sandler sucks, but I think he's still relevant. You know what I mean? Like not in a good way, but it's like, oh yeah.
Look,
Adam
Sandler.
But you're like Rob Schneider. What has he even been in? Like, you know what Adam Sandler's been in? It's usually crap, but at least you know
that's
that
true.
it's
If you said like Gina Davis,
right. Well, it had to be somebody that's like, I mean, Gina Davis. She never did anything to anybody, but Rob
That's
Schneider's a funny word, and this is all like really.
is an easy one
This
to
isn't
pick on.
funny, but this is deconstructing joke. And plus, like, you know, he's the anti-vaccination thing, and
Is he really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
he's really into that.
You should have said Fergie.
Is she irrelevant now?
Yes.
Okay.
And also just the worst.
But if I said in other news, Fergie identifies herself on Facebook is still relevant, would that apply? That would, I mean, you would think it's funny, but I think Rob Schneider appeal is a broader, like, because you know, I mean, all he does is say you can do it in all Sandler's movies.
That's true.
That's really all he does. Look at me go.
No,
Hey-
made eye contact.
Hey
Now it's
guys,
coming back over.
hey guys, What are y'all doing?
Does Rob Schneider still do that in Adam Sandler movies? I have not watched like a recent Adam Sandler movie.
Well, he's got that deal with Netflix where he just makes a bunch of movies.
Sandler does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that one in the it was like a Western.
It was like the Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I have not seen it.
There's actually a funny part of that. It's about how baseball was invented because how random the rules are. So it's a guy, they were playing just pitch and hit. And then every time something would go, the guy that was batting, every time something would go against him, he would just say, "Wow, this is just how it is." You know, if I don't swing, that's not a strike. Like he was just because I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. But the rest of it's pretty awful. Like Grown Ups, those aren't very good movies.
No, Jack and Jill was like the worst movie that's
like
ever been made.
I think it's like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Good.
I mean, yeah, yeah. He hadn't really made any good. I mean, you know, Tommy. I'm thinking of Chris Farley. You know, like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison probably his two best.
Yeah,
and then then after that, you've seen every like aspect of Adam Sandler. That's all he's got.
Yeah,
Click was kind of good though.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, just
I like Kate Beckinsale.
Okay,
she sold it.
I didn't even remember she was in it.
That's his wife.
Yeah.
She's forever Celine.
Yeah.
Because the gays love those underworld movies.
That's weird. We were talking about that at lunch today.
About the underworld movies?
Yeah. Because they were talking about
that the gays like them.
Both.
Yeah.
No. Kate Beckinsale in Underworld because somehow have you ever seen Salem's Lot? The vampire movie.
No.
It's like a Stephen King. He wrote it and they were talking about it. I was like, well, I don't most of the time even Stephen King will say his books turned into movies aren't very good because they change it a lot.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it. Like The Shining. If you read The Shining and then watch it, it's almost, I mean, there's similarities, but it's really different. Like the ending's completely different. Like Stanley Kubrick really changed it.
And apparently they hated the way Stephen King hated the way that Shelley Duvall's character was in the movie.
You know, I heard like Kubrick destroyed her. Like I think she got PTSD from that movie set because to get all the fear and the crying and all that, like he
legitimately
was shitty to her, to get all that. And now she's
unstable now. Like she's legitimately mentally insane.
Yeah. She was they had her
on
like Dr. Phil was trying to, and I didn't realize she was that bad. Like she's
Shelley Duvall.
Like that's crazy.
Poor thing.
I always get her and for some reason they don't look alike, but I always Shelley Duvall and Lily Tomlin for some reason. Lily Tomlin's still rocking it because she's on that Grace and
Frankie.
Yeah.
Okay, Grace and Frankie. Love the show. Lily Tomlin is my mother on that shit. That is my mom.
Okay.
Lily Tomlin just like fucking hippie weed smoking. Fucking
what? Because they're both their husbands end up being or they're in love.
Their husbands are gay and leave them for each other.
For each other, yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. My mom. I was visiting my mom and she likes that show and I was watching the original Law and Order and it's Sam Waterston. He was in that and he's one of the husbands.
He's the DA.
Well, who's
McCoy?
Yeah, Jack McCoy.
And the other one is Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen's the other. Who's married to who? Jack.
Martin Sheen is married to Jane Fonda.
Okay.
And Waterstein is married to Lily Tomlin.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
I never paid attention to that show. I guess it's good.
Grace and Frankie?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's so great.
Well, good.
Yes. And on that note, I need to peace out.
What? What are you talking about? What?
I have a rehearsal that started 10 minutes ago.
You said 5 was fine.
Yes, it was.
Well, you're just going to have to wait till I wrap this bitch up.
Do you ever wrap it up?
Oh, my God. All right. Okay, man. Well, stop having rehearsals.
I know. Come see me at the Moulin Rouge at the Hippodrome Theater February 14th and 15th at 7 p.m.
I had to get a plug in there, didn't you? That's not the only place you put a plug.
Hey, it is right now.
Hey-o! All right. You need to go now?
Yeah, I really do.
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll get out of here because Randy's got a practice. Rehearsal. Anything. All right. Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll catch you guys next time on the Weekly X. See ya.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Thanks for listening to the Weekly Yak.
No, sir, I didn't like it.
Check us out at weeklyyak.com. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Lighthouses rule.
And subscribe to us on iTunes.
Keep looking up, because that's where it all is.